Hello, and welcome back to Painting with Cap. I am your host, Steve Rogers, Captain America, and here we have our final piece for the day, all finished. There are a few lessons, a few minor points that I want to go over with you about this piece before we sign off. Firstly, I really want to talk about the color. I want to talk about how color evokes a mood in these pieces. And you'll see lighting source is very important. Up here we've got, in Dimension Z, we have two suns. So I have to be cognizant of the two suns here in the sky and know about how that sort of brings the light out of the backgrounds here. You've got the sky here, which is sort of very burnt color. It's very sort of burnt, hot kind of orange. And then your middle ground here is more of a warm purple color. So I think it's nice to have that contrast. It helps set up a sense of depth. And then here at the bottom, you'll see a nice, almost sort of a beach-looking scene, a sort of relaxing scene here with our Frox friends, our native friends, because I think, again, filling out your picture is very important. You want to make sure you're using all of your real estate, and you're sort of drawing the eye to all of these different places. It starts with a sort of a warm, empty space here, and your eye flows down. You see the Frox and the population, and then it comes up to the two main figures here, which is me and my son, Ian. And you'll notice here that I've painted Ian on my shoulders, and that is something that I think is very sort of evocative of our relationship. I've raised Ian over these past few years in Dimension Z, and in this picture, I'm literally raising him on my shoulders. I am wanting him to rest on my shoulders and reach higher than perhaps I have even reached. So it's that kind of symbolism, that visual language and metaphor that we're using in here that I'd like you to keep in mind as you're composing your paintings. And what else? Oh, well, just a little bit about the color here. What I've done is I've used a lot of the world around me to create this piece. I think that's very important. I think you have to really connect with your art in every way that you can. And so a lot of the colors that I've used here are from the local flora and fauna here in Dimension Z. That's necessary for me because I don't have any stores here. There are no art supply stores in Dimension Z. It's a hellish, terrible dimension ruled by a villainous overlord. So I can't really go down and buy some paints. But I think that it's really brought out something even more personal in me. I've had to go out and I've had to crush plants. I've had to find bugs to sort of mull and mulch into some of these colors. In fact, this sort of middle tone here that we've used for the mountains, is sort of purplish tone. That's a bile duct, or I guess what would be congruous to a bile duct in some of the local animals. You see, when the Frox eat these animals, they use all the parts of them. You want to use everything. Resources are very rare here, which I think makes them very special. So to use something for a painting, to take something and really put it to artistic use is very necessary and important. And it really means something to me. It means something to my son and to these people to have this art really sort of bring something out in their life. And I think that's the one thing I really want to impart to you, our watchers here, is finding that important emotional connection to your art, to everything in it, where it comes from, what it's telling, the story that it's imparting. This piece is very, very personal to me. This is one of my favorite days here that I've spent in this foreign, dark dimension. I've found this light. And so that's what I've done, and I hope that you've done something very similar in your pieces, and I hope that you keep making art and that you come back here, share some more time with me on Making Art with Cap. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.